Well, good morning. It is February 8th, and you only got about a week left till time for Valentine. Anyway, for today's LW, which is not losses and wins, but long walk. For today's long walk, we're going to head down to the shopping mall again, like we did last week. This time, we're going to take the long way. And by long way, essentially what I mean is we're going to cut through the University of Southern Mississippi, which is just ahead. And then we're going to make our way over to Hardy Street. Cutting through USM is not all that difficult because on Saturday mornings, it's pretty much dead. So we're not going to have to really worry about too many crowds or anything like that. Probably the easiest way to cut through here is to actually head to the school gymnasium, that area, and just kind of hug the path. And the school gymnasium is located right over here, and you can see they've got a really nice field there where they can practice their sports, or a band often practices there. It's a really nice campus in my opinion, and I've been to a bunch of different campuses. And here we are passing by it. It's an interesting name for a fitness center, the Pain Center, but just named after, well, you could read that plaque up there and I guess it would tell you all about it. I'm really sorry that I don't know the full story behind the Pain Center. After we get past the gymnasium, we get this really verdant field where there's new green grass that's been planted due to the construction that they're doing, and I just love walking on it whenever I come out here. Okay, we're going to have to stop in our tracks because of mud puddles. Oh, it's all right though, we can just go around them. Unfortunately, there's this nice hill that leads us around all the mud. And I mean, I don't have anything against mud. I just got a shower, so I kind of. And when we get past the fields, we're back on just regular campus streets, and really not much going on here today. Looking back, you can see the way we've come. And now we're going to head this way. All right, we've almost gotten to the end of this sidewalk, and there looks like some kind of big, I don't know, some kind of big auditorium. Maybe it's a Coliseum, it says. Can't read the name on it, but I've never been to it before. Big Coliseum. Taking a left at the Coliseum, we encounter more construction, not destruction. And so we're just going to hug the sidewalk until we come to a nice area that we can get through without having to go through the construction zone. All right, so we're starting to get to some options. We can go left down this little trail, or we can keep hugging the sidewalk and kind of go by those bleachers. I like that idea. Just sort of check out what's up there. And what's up here is a nice, pleasant, pine cones littered trail that runs alongside looks like a nice soccer field. Isn't that pleasant? You could sit on those bleachers and just watch the goings on, root for your team. And it looks like we're gonna come to the end of this in just a bit, and then we're gonna have to take a left. All right, so along the way to the place we're gonna take a left, we encounter this thing. I have to say, it's gotta have something to do with water, right? And when we get to this road, we see a sign that says Longleaf Trace. which is our favorite trail to walk. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to walk it today because it's not headed where we're going. And here's a look at the soccer field that we were just by. Just makes you want to go run around in the field, kick a ball or something. Across the street from the soccer field are all of these student apartments, or I guess just anybody can live there, doesn't have to be for students. So when you when you get to the end of those fields, then you can see this wonderful sign that they have established as just a marker. Now the rest of this trail is going to be on the side of the road until we get up to that gas station, and that looks terribly unpleasant. Maybe we can go down this way and cut through the suburb. Now see, this sign says one way, do not enter, but I don't know what it's talking about. Maybe just that driveway, because this road, I think it's going to get us where we need to be. I see cars up there. It's an interesting road. This is Morningside Drive, I guess, this little road, and these are all USM. That's a frat, and I like this little private parking lot. It's kind of cute. I mean, there's nobody really in it, but just a little tiny parking lot for the people that live around here, I guess. And then we get up here and there's a church. Looks like it's doing pretty well. 38th Avenue Baptist is the name of that one. And then a house with a really kind of cool garage. Looks like that weird wall they got going there. And then we're gonna get to that road and take a left. And this road that we're coming to is 38th Avenue. So this is where we're gonna turn left. Now, here's the front side of that church we just passed, and you can see that 38th Avenue is pretty quiet, at least for now. But you can see way on up there in the distance where we're headed, looks like there's some activity. I guess while I'm at it, I might as well thank the nice, kind lady that gave me a ride the other day. I was walking down this road carrying a birthday cake and some ice cream. And although I am, as you know, perfectly equipped to walk, this lady obviously wanted to help, and she really did, actually. Things were melting. I might have misjudged. So thank you, kind lady, for giving me a ride. And we're almost to the end of this road, getting there anyway. Now I've decided to cross the street here because there's a couple of interesting things to point out. First, there's this new little tiny restaurant that's opened up. I guess it's been about 6 months. The Art of Roo. And if you think they serve red beans and rice, you're correct. You also have Golden Eagle Express. Of course, the Eagles are the USM football team. And here's something cool. There's a big old fire truck that I gotta go check out. Yeah, this, I love fire trucks. I love big vehicles and checking them out, looking at all their parts. And here is a Hattiesburg Fire Rescue vehicle. See, it's all equipped and ready for action, already pointing out, ready to zoom on out to help put out the fire. Now look at this station, how nice, and there's some people out there. And it says ring for assistance over there on that sign. Just spectacular. I'm easily impressed. Standing on the corner next to the fire department, we can see kind of an overview of what's going on around here, and you can see way off in the distance, there's a place called Mugshots. And they have consistently won hamburgers contests over the years. So we're going to try taking a left now and go down this little side road. Very pleasant walking conditions, very pleasant. All right, so we're finally at the end of this street, and it just shoots out over here by a gas station and a little shopping mall wherein contained is the corner market and some ice cream shops and a whole bunch of other fun stuff, hardware store. So we're just going to cross over this street soon as we get an angle. All right, we made it across the road. And now we're going to turn right and then make a left at the CVS. Now, you see, this is a very busy intersection here by the CVS. And obviously, we're going to go left. My point is, we could go straight ahead and cross over this big bridge. But instead, we're going to go left. Personally, I enjoy walking this road quite a bit. There's nothing really in the way of sidewalks, so it's kind of not good that way, but there's different sights than usual. Speaking of which, looks like there's somebody pushing a button. So at some point, this road just becomes a little bit lonely, but there are actually some neighborhoods to look at down here. And here we come to another church. This one's got pretty immaculate grounds. And you can see that there's somebody tending them right now. And here's one of the neighborhoods that we passed. It's called Kensington Woods. And looks pretty pleasant. There's a road headed down, and we're not going to explore it today, but maybe we will someday. Why not? Now, here's another entrance to the neighborhood, and this one's a little more impressive, I guess, for some reason. Just a wider road. And you can see as we make our way down this road, it's not ideal walking conditions, but we're able to do it. It's nice and sunny though, and just weather's wonderful. All right, now as we approach yet another inlet for Kensington Woods, we find there is a garage sale. And if we scroll to the right, you can see some evidence of that. Way down there. Yeah, they got some clothes out there. But I just can't go to a garage sale today. I don't have any folding money. Oh well, I just had to keep on walking. I just had to take a picture of this tree while I was walking. What a wonderful tree. All right, and here's another neighborhood. This is just one of a couple of different inlets, outlets that there are that go along this road to 40th Avenue. This is called Berkshire. Now this is a really wonderful little bit of gardening they've got here. University Heights is the name of this. And if you sort of look over here, look at that, wonderful. Wow. Lots of traffic. Here, you can see it better this way. It's a garden, kinda, sort of. In fact, at Christmas, they had a bunch of Christmas decorations. When I say a bunch, they had built a whole village. Okay, now, clearly, there's something back there on that property that is intriguing. What is that? Some kind of structure. I need to go check that out. I don't know what it is or if I can, but what is that? All right, unfortunately, it's private property, but my gosh, what have they built, these people? They've built something pretty interesting back here. Is it just a slide? Is that all it is? It's just a slide? It's just a slide. Okay. Wow. You guys are figuring it out here. So, yeah, I mean, the notion that Mississippi is a poor state, it's just not true. There's some rich people here. I mean, I don't know what rich is really. The amount of wealth that exists is beyond my comprehension. I can't really understand it. But I can see signs of wealth in this state, in this city. So, if you're thinking that everything in Mississippi is just poor people running around in rags, it's just not the case. I mean, look at this house. I can't even see how high up, look at that. It's way up in there in the sky. It's just the top of it. I mean, they've got mansions around here. Here's another mansion. I mean, I guess back in the day, this might have just been seen as a nice farmhouse or something, but geez, look at all those rooms. If you live there, you probably just have a great time. I mean, even the roadside houses aren't too bad. Yeah. Here's yet another neighborhood. It's kind of the one we were just sort of looking at some of their houses. It's called Hearthwood, and you can see it just looks pleasant. There's this nice big brick wall, and it looks very secure. So, all right, we're passing yet another church. This one, the 40th Avenue Church of God. And then you can see down here, we're coming to a crossroads. Yeah, I think we're going to take a right when we get up there. Okay, we're almost at this corner, ready to take a right, but wow, look at the beauty of that giant. I guess it's a church. Yeah, that's a church, the Woodland Baptist Church. Presbyterian, sorry. Presbyterian. Just enormous. I wish I could go up there in that tower and look out. I wish they'd let me do it. I'll have to try it sometime. Now, at the corner, I noticed there's been some extensive damage to this telephone pole. I don't know what has happened. Maybe somebody smacked into it. But you can see that fiber's down and pretty much everything's busted. Now, we can keep going straight if we want or take a left, but we need to get over that bridge. So we're going to go straight down and cross over that bridge. All right. It looks like at the top there is some kind of flag or something. I don't know what it's for. Military Order of the Purple Heart Memorial Bridge. Huh. Kind of neat along the side of this area. There's some kind of stream. I guess it's just runoff. It goes way out there. But it's kind of neat to look down and see it, especially when it's starting to get kind of hot. Now, we're finally approaching the bridge, and as you can see, it's the only way that we can get across this freeway. So, having said that, it's not a fun walk. I mean, we're just going along the side of the road, and there are vehicles crossing as we do that. And when they see me walking across the bridge, I'm pretty sure their reaction is not, well, look at that nice man getting his steps in. No, they think, what is that damn fool doing on the side of the bridge? He could get killed. And they're absolutely right. But to that, I say, what am I supposed to do? I need to get across this bridge. I need to get down to the shopping mall, I guess. I don't really have any business there, but just a destination. Still, it does seem a bit perilous to do this. If only there were some way that the city of Hattiesburg could provide some additional protections for pedestrians, it would be appreciated. Yeah, look at this. It's just a little structure that they put by the side of the road, right after that bridge that we just crossed. It's just a little, I have no idea what this is for. It's just a little thing that you can climb up and look out. Has no other obvious purpose. I don't understand it at all. It's kind of cool though. Maybe I could build a little tiny house up here. Just live by the bridge sign. All right, now it looks like we're coming up to something really big. Got a giant thing. Whatever it is, it's got a sign. All right, we'll get a better look at it. All right, so here's a little bit closer look at it. I think it's a church. I think it's another church. Yeah, it's called Venture. And they are big. Dare I say mega. Wow. So now on the side of the road, you can see this. And let me tell you something. That sewer pipeline stinks. You can smell the scent way off. Just saying. I see right across from this church, there is a dental office. Just a lone dental office. A mighty fortress of a dental office, but none the same, just a dentist. And they've got their own sparkly sign too. I wonder if those dentists go to that church. Seems like a no-brainer, doesn't it? I mean, if you're a dentist, you have to go to that church. That's, shoot, man, if you just got a few visitors, you make your business. And then off on the horizon, you can see a water tower and something called the Lincoln Center. Well, I guess the Lincoln Center must be home to this giant healthcare clinic. Huh, so ominous. We're still walking down this road. It's a pretty lengthy walk. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but it sure is nice being out here. It's kind of a mix between trail and road walking. Alrighty, we're starting to come to a little curve up here. Maybe the end is in sight. Alright, there's some kind of stoplight up here. Okay, so this road comes out to this crossroads, and we can go that way, or we can go that way. I think we're going to hang to the right. Alright, looks like there's a filling station up there. Yeah. We'll go up there and get something to drink. Well, I didn't make it to the filling station. Instead, I stopped at this place here called Paradise Nutrition and got this big, expensive, delicious, thirst-quenching beverage. And I recommend it. If you get down this way, just say you want to get something with protein and quench your thirst, and they'll make it up for you. Well, now I'm not sure which way to go. Do I go that way, down that long road that looks like it heads off into nowhere? Or do I go down that road, or do I do that way? I'm just not sure. Oh, there's a cannabis place. All right, after studying the map a little bit, I think we're going to take this Oak Grove Road down a little ways and then cut up through a neighborhood, and that should get us to the mall. Definitely one of these days we're going to have to go over there to try out the taco store. All right, so what we're looking for now is Weathersby Road. And we'll be able to take a left up there, which will bring us to the, all the stuff. So walking down this road is a lot different. It's not as pleasant. I mean, it's not bad or anything, but, you're seeing like liquor stores and old abandoned stuff, and it's just not as scenic. But on the other hand, I appreciate being able to see whatever's out there in the world. Just bring it on. Well, trail that I just can't stop myself from not exploring. And it just looks so inviting. See where it leads. I think it just leads along the side of the road. Just another sort of a safer route. Yeah, that's all it is. Just leads to this nice vacant lot. And some kind of crazy looking shack. I don't know what that is. What is that? Some kind of, it's on wheels. No, it's not. It's just sitting on blocks. It used to be. It used to have wheels. What is that? I don't know what the heck that is. Some kind of, that's some kind of business. Maybe it used to be. Ain't nothing but a trailer full of junk. You can have a deep mud puddle. Wow. Nice work. W-O-W. Look at that. Is that some kind of super Jeep? Look at that. That thing's bad. Wow. Hats off to you, sir or ma'am. Some kind of demolition vehicle. This is a demolition business. These people got it together. You can just tell by their equipment. And here's another fire station. And there's a yellow, some kind of yellow fire truck. I don't often see them in yellow. Now, if we keep on going straight down this Weathersby Road, we will eventually encounter the Walmart Supercenter, which it's like its own country. There's a million cars, and I don't see any other touchstone that we can nominate as our midstream destination than that. And this road will lead us right over there. We'll look out over the expanse. Look at this big giant field. This is just on our way. Big field with a lone building standing there. Who knows what that's for? This is just a ditch that's running along, and there are signs of life. It's all hiding from us right now, but curious about the color of that water. I guess it's just from the soil. It's got to be toxic, right? I mean, you would just assume with the color coming out of that culvert. That is a turtle, and it looks like he is not in a good spot. I'm afraid to get snapped on, but we're just going to have to do something to help him. So I'm going to see if I can get him. Oh, yeah, he's going to bite. All right, look him back over here. Pretty powerful. Look at those mouth. I'm just going to sort of set him down here by this culvert. Oh boy, look at him. I think he's in a little better position now. At least he's by the water. He can burrow himself down in there. Whew. Glad he didn't bite me. That would have hurt. No use sugarcoating it. Not all the parts of the walk are always going to be pristine trails. This place is a dump. I mean, there's just trash everywhere. Look at all that. That's a shame. And then there's this. Oh boy, is that a spooky house. I wonder if Freddy Krueger's in there. Yeah, this is the trashiest walk I've had in a while. Look at all this trash everywhere. And there's nothing much back here, just a little neighborhood. Then there's some apartment homes down there. So, not the most pleasant walk I've ever had. Just, it's not that the conditions, it's just, my gosh. Doesn't the city, have a budget for this sort of thing? Couldn't they just pick it up a little bit? And something tells me what's in that water bottle ain't apple juice. I mean, even the dumpsters are overflowing with garbage in this area. What that giant building is, it seems like they could afford to get more dumpsters. Okay, here's my question. Why must the fence be so close to the building? I mean, you've got all this land. It's like you're trying to box it in or something. Jeez, give the people a little bit of room. Well, look at there. It's a Valentine's Day display out in front of this little apartment. I like that sort of thing. We're almost to the mall area, or to the Walmart area, and look at all this. Man, it just goes on forever. And I heard something sounded like a gunshot. It was a single shot, like a firecracker. I turned my head and there was this woman with her son coming, and she looked at me and rolled her eyes. I said, "Are they shooting firecrackers?" She's like, "Yep, but don't let it fool you. They could be shooting guns too." So this neighborhood just, I don't know what to say about it. Even the people that live here aren't all that thrilled. As you can see, it's not a bad location in some terms, in some sense, because you're going to be right here by these big stores down here. So there's that. I decided to kind of go along the back of the Lowe's instead of walking through the main part of the parking lot. Oh, look, there's an old fridge. That's some old appliances, I guess. Just because I wanted to avoid all the congestion up there. So I'm hoping this might be some kind of back way. I mean, just look at all this stuff back here behind the Lowe's. They've got a big privacy security fence to keep everybody out of it. Like they're worried about what would happen if they didn't have that fence there. I don't blame them, but sure does give the impression of a kind of fortress-like atmosphere, doesn't it? Keeping everybody out. And there's fences and nice squirrels running, and there's a pink house over there. Boy, that is a tiny, tiny pink house. Look at that thing. Oh my. Oh man. Well, there's black man with a black cat. All right. Now this parking lot butts right up next to more parking lots, which I don't know if there is a way to access from. Ooh, that looks mighty unpleasant. There's some sofas and chairs back there. I would like to explore that some. Let's see if we can go over there and check it out. Who knows what we'll see. Oh, wow, is it garbagey? Holy cow. It's a regular old just dump. Wow. I have to say, I'm disappointed in my fellow Mississippians to just pollute their surroundings this way. What is that? Holy cow. Does that house have a window out of it? What's going on there? I just want to look at this. What is this? Is that a speaker? That's a speaker. I don't know the story here, but I think there is one. Let's see what this is all about. Holy cow. That doesn't spell prosperity. If you've got this going on, there's something wrong. There's got to be somebody in there. Got to be. That's a big bay window. You can smell the inside of the house from here. It's musty. Oh yeah. Chances of somebody sleeping in there on the regular are about 100%. This is what we want in America. Come on now, we got to find some solution to this now. I say knock it down, level this whole place. Plant a park, clean up the trash. Got a wish in one hand, I guess. Oh wow. Well, you don't need to sneak in through the window here. You can just go right in. Well, I'll tell you what, maybe another time, huh? We're not allowed to rollerblade here. We know that. Well, I guess this used to be somebody's home, but not anymore. I mean, it's got to belong to somebody. Right across the street from a new Aldi's. If they could have just held on, they could have lived right across from the new Aldi. Well, we've reached the end of our destination, our long walk, at least the midway point. You know, because just like diving, anytime you go for a long walk, you've got to remember that you're going to end up coming back. So we're not going to go back the same way we came, but we're going to go back in a way that I've walked before. So unless something happens, I'm not going to record the experience. Nonetheless, we are definitely here. Look at that amazing sea of automobiles. And then on the other side, you can see the coals down there. Well, thank you for coming along on today's long walk. And if you're living and breathing, I'd invite you to go walking. See you next time.